J.B. Pritzker, hours ago, celebrates something that we used to call in this country communist sympathizing.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind introduction. Good morning, everyone. We can do better than that. Good morning, everyone. Great.
Come on, clap your hands like I paid for the breakfast. Come on!
To see you. For those of you who speak English mostly, you may still need a translation of my speech, but if you
it's because it sounds like you got some cottage cheese in your mouth or something.
Don't, and you need a translation into Chinese, I hope that you will put your ear buds into your ears, and I will try to keep this short. But
Chinese, and that got me thinking, what company could he be talking to?
Headquartered in Fremont, energy company Goshin Inc. is facing criticism for promoting CCP ideology. Its parent company, Goshin High-Tech, is headquartered in Hefei City, China. It openly pledges its allegiance to the CCP on its company website and ESG reports. In one 2021 report, their company employees celebrated the 100th anniversary of the founding of the Communist Party. Goshin's party branch of Qingdao visited Red education bases, recited party membership, and visited revolutionary base areas.
So this is the perfect company for the most corrupt city and state and counties in the country to partner up with. Now, I listened to the whole thing. I didn't hear one guy yell, "Hey, round guy, speak up." I didn't hear it, but it's still fun to listen to as Pritzker kisses the ass of the Chinese company that around the nation people are protesting.
We're here, of course, today to announce a major new investment into the state of Illinois, the county of Kankakee, and of course the city of Manteno. In partnership with the business community and the General Assembly, 2 years ago, we set out to make Illinois a destination for electric vehicle and clean energy companies from across the globe. We already are home to leading EV companies like Rivian and Navistar, EV Box and Lion Electric, and nation-leading infrastructure and world-class workforce.
Wait till you hear about the money. Now, in the meantime, I want you just to hear a little bit of what's going on in the other states around the country.
News Nation's Emily Finn was in Green Charter Township just today, and Emily, residents still worried there.
That's right, Natasha. It has been cold and rainy here all day, but that didn't stop hundreds of residents from all over Michigan from coming to this farm to express their disapproval with that Goshin project. Residents were telling us that it's not just the environmental impacts that they're concerned about, but the national security risks, too.
Oh, but that's in Michigan. In Illinois, come on, let's hear it. You got a free breakfast. Now sell out your country.
Clean energy production, and we have transformed ourselves now into an attractive location for global manufacturers.
Yeah, you chased out all the honest businesses. And I couldn't remember. Was this the company that Ducey was talking about?
Thank you, Kareem. House Oversight says they've got bank records showing a Chinese energy company paying 3 Biden family members through a third party. What were they paid for?
Oh, I think they were paid for the infrastructure bill. And they spread it around. See, that's how mobsters work. Oh, yeah. You go to the social club and you sprinkle the infield. So all the foot soldiers step on board. Well, here's a big, fat foot soldier.
In the last 6 months, TCCI, Prysmian Group, Microlink Devices, and
are these all Chinese Communist parties, Fatso?
Manor Polymers all have announced that they're moving here or they're expanding their operations in the state of Illinois, creating jobs and economic opportunity in industries of the future.
Here's my favorite part. Are they spending their own money or are they spending our money? Anybody want to bet? You said it, B.
Today, we take another giant leap forward.
It's a giant leap.
It's my pleasure to welcome
which for him is getting out of bed.
Leading battery manufacturer, Goshin Inc., to Illinois. With a $2 billion investment, Goshin intends to build a new state-of-the-art EV battery gigafactory right here in Manteno.
That $2 billion isn't coming from Goshin. It's coming from Washington, D.C. Why would it come from Washington, D.C.?
Look, I'm just not going to respond to that from here. Look, we have heard from House Republicans for years and years and years how the inaccuracies and lies when it comes to this issue. And I don't even know where to begin to even
know where to begin. Oh, she can't even speak. That's all right. It's a good company, though, right? It's a solid company. American values, freedom, liberty, all that stuff, right?
NTD reached out to Goshin for a comment, but did not hear back by airtime. In a statement to Fox News, a Goshin representative said the parent company has clubs and the company does not pay for them. In addition, the Fremont location is not supervised, directed, controlled, or financed by any foreign government or foreign political party. News that Goshin's parent company hosted CCP trips and party pledges came after an electric vehicle battery facility in Michigan published a video of employees wearing what looks like Red Army uniforms.
Oh, they're going to blend right in Illinois, where they're welcomed and celebrated by a governor who's on 17 hours of FBI tape with another governor, Democrat mafia whore, who went away to prison and now is celebrated by who? Establishment Republicans.
And I should also proudly proclaim that this is the largest electric vehicle battery production investment in Illinois to date. Starting in 2024, this new facility will produce lithium-ion battery packs.
Ooh, lithium-ion battery packs. I remember there being some sort of problem with that.
Now to the latest on a proposed electric vehicle battery plant in Mecosta County. Hundreds protested the $2.4 billion facility tonight outside Ferris State University. Executives with Goshin North America plan to break ground in Green Charter Township in July. 13 on your side's Micah Cho was there to hear the community's concerns and the response to those concerns. Micah.
Juliet, Goshin Incorporated is planning on building on almost 500 acres in Green Charter Township.
Notice how they're opening up all over the country. Where are they really focusing in? Democrat, corrupt, mafia-run states.
Thank you, Karine. House Oversight says they've got bank records showing a Chinese energy company paying 3 Biden family members through a third party. What were they?
The third party, who would that be, Squirrel? How do you legitimize open and notorious pay-to-play bribery? Oh, I know. Lobbyists.
Diane Cinnamon of 5266 West 9000 Road in Manteno.
I don't have a formal speech prepared, but I have been resided in Manteno, the rural Manteno, since I was 5, moved away for a few years, and now I've been back as a resident since 99 out in rural Manteno on 9000. I'm a nurse, and I have a lot of health concerns about these toxic chemicals that are going to be brought in to make these batteries for the people that work there, our community, leaching into the water. Do you think they're going to tell us if they have an accident or a spill and have their company shut down? No. Pregnant women aren't going to be able to work there, or women of childbearing years. This is going to affect everybody in the community, birth defects. If you care about the town and the community and people, this shouldn't be happening. My aunt worked at Gold Battery. She died in her 40s from cancer from that factory. So I have a lot of concerns about this. Appreciate listening.
Thank you. The next commenter is Diana Baker, 2921 Chippewa Drive in Bourbonnais.
Hello, I'm here as a resident of Kankakee County. I'm a native of Manteno, and I'm here as an American patriot. Our elected officials are supposed to be working for us and protecting our interests. I would also hope they possess ethics and morals to do their job well as the realization that money isn't everything. It's nothing short of a kick in the face to ask all of us, the county taxpayers, to help fund a communist, Chinese-owned battery plant and put up our own tax money, our natural resources, and our own health as collateral. I'm especially disgusted to see the members of so many local boards of the local taxing bodies, such as the library, township, KCC, the ones you mentioned earlier, that all these board members were willing to vote for such a debacle. I feel that obviously none of them did the research, or they would have realized this plant is highly toxic to the environment, dangerous to its workers, and can use possibly 830,000 gallons of water a day, threatening our local creeks and rivers and aquifers. No amount of jobs or money are worth the cost to our health and well-being. And any true American realizes that the Constitution calls for us to protect our sovereignty. Putting a polluting communist Chinese battery factory in the heart of America within 25 miles of a nuclear facility is reckless, dangerous to the health of the people, and in my opinion, nothing short of treasonous. We are all here in America. We are all here in Manteno because we love the small town atmosphere, and I feel like you have now sold us out. I am disgusted that every one of you has allowed this into our community, and if you don't fix this, shame on all of you.
Great.
First tonight, a proposed EV battery plant near Big Rapids has become a polarizing issue for both those who are in favor of the new facility and those who are adamantly opposed. One person who has serious questions about the project is 2nd District Congressman John Molinar, who represents the area in Washington. He sat down today with political reporter Rick Albin and expressed concerns over the development.
There are some environmental concerns. Tell me about your take on this.
Sure. Well, one of the contributing factors is that there are a lot of non-disclosure agreements signed, and so it's been very difficult for residents to get accurate information about the project, and that's from state officials and others. Secondly, the Goshin High Tech is the parent company for Goshin Inc. And right in the Articles of Association, it talks about loyalty to the Communist Party and setting up a party organization and carrying out the activities and the duties of the party according to the Chinese Communist Party. So that is a legitimate concern, especially when you consider it's under 100 miles from Camp Grayling, where, according to the Wall Street Journal, we're actually training Taiwanese military leaders for a potential invasion by mainland China. So there are a host of concerns, but the Chinese Communist Party connection is probably looms the largest.
How do you quantify that? You talk about the non-disclosure agreements, but we have foreign companies doing business in the United States all over. How do you quantify the concerns, because this happens to be a Chinese company?
Well, I think when you look at our strategy with respect to China, the last few decades has been constructive engagement. The idea that if we do business with them, we'll influence them, they'll become more like us, more freedom-loving, both for human rights, property rights. What we've seen is just the opposite. With Xi Jinping, he's put himself in charge of the military-civil fusion, which basically says any private sector business has an accountability and responsibility to the military and the Chinese Communist Party. And so it's really gone the other direction in terms of human rights, suppression of dissent. And so the question then is, how much more do we want to be relying on the Chinese Communist Party as a possible partner in any venture?